Well, a lot of you have probably heard about Arizona's new ranking system for schools. Rebecca Gao is the director of the Governor's Office of Education Innovation, and she's here to explain a little bit more about how the rankings work compared to the old system. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's sort of lay the groundwork for this system and why, as parents, we should care about it.
Well, unfortunately, Arizona has to really think carefully about what we're doing for our kids. We've been seeing data over the years that show we lag behind other states, and this is really important in our economy. But more importantly, we have some information that shows that of the students graduating high school that apply to community colleges, 30% of them need remedial classes before they can take a community college English 101 or Math 101 class.
Wow.
That tells us we need to be doing something a little bit differently.
And so speaking of differently, you talk about this ranking system being changed.
Yes.
So how did you do that, and is that to kind of grade on the curve, or what are we doing here?
Well, there are two things that were really important about the new letter grading system for schools. One is that it makes it easier for parents and the public in general to understand. You may remember we used to think about schools as excelling or highly performing or performing plus or performing or underperforming. Now we just go A through F. But more importantly, the way that it's calculated is based on how much an individual student has grown during the year at their school. So half of the school's letter grade is based on how much kids learn as opposed to just how many pass a test.
Well, and I was reading that some of the schools that received the really high rankings under the old system now are not doing as favorably with the new system. So what are we to make of that?
Well, it means that that maybe in the student growth area, they could be doing a little bit more. What's also interesting, though, is that the schools who were not doing as well under the old system, quite a few of them do better, showing that they're growing students more, even though they might not have quite passed the test yet.
So it kind of boils down to the parent involvement, and what does this all mean for a parent, and how can we take what we've just learned here in the last couple of minutes and apply it to our child and our child's school so that it actually benefits them and we start improving those numbers?
Well, we know that one of the most important things a parent can do is to be involved in their child's education. They need to set high expectations at home, but also have a very positive, open dialogue with the teachers and administrators at the school. So what we're asking parents to do is to ask the teacher, how can I help? If you have a B school or a C school or even a D school, go to your teacher, go to your administrator, and ask, how can I help? They would love to have you help in a positive way. And they'll ask you to help at home as well by showing your child how important their education really is and what it means to their future.
Right. I think it really does boil down to parents not leaving it all to the schools to do the educating, but partnering with them so it's an extension of what they're learning in school at home as well. If people do want more information about that ranking system and where their child's school falls in line, how can we get that information?
There are several places you could go. ExpectMoreArizona.org has great tools for parents on the conversations you should have at home with your students, the conversations you should have at school. ArizonaReady.com discusses key strategies that the state is using to help raise the bar. And then the Arizona Department of Education has a lot of information about the school letter grades themselves.
Okay. Well, you're not going anywhere. We're not letting you leave yet. We'd like to talk to you a little bit more. So Expect More Arizona has done all the work for us by putting all of those links on their site, and you can find more information on that ranking system we've been discussing at expectmoreaz.org. And we know that you probably have some questions at home about the state's new rating system, so Rebecca's going to stick around through the hour and answer some of them live on the air. Just email us at slviewers@abc15.com and let us know what you would like answered.